Hey fellas, what's the heck is going on? All right, so we're going to talk about ink choice selection really quick. Whether we're going to be looking at whether you're new and you want to figure out whether you want to use water-based or whether you want to use platisol. Well, a lot of people are going to be like, man, it's up to you what you want to do, buddy. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say like, it's up to you to choose what you want to do. All right. So when I first started, I was a big water-based guy. It's all I like to use. Okay, and there's a reason for that. All right. Some people say, well, they use water-based because of the issue that happened in California with the chemicals and everything inside the plastisol inks. That's not why I chose water-based. I didn't even know anything about that when I picked it. I chose it because when I did my own ink research, water-based is thinner, okay? You can't feel it in your shirt really, okay? That's the issue. You can't really feel it in your shirt. And that's what I like about it, okay? I don't like to feel images in my shirt at all, okay? A lot of times when you use plastisol ink, you're gonna get color on top of color, okay? So ultimately it's just about what you want to sacrifice, okay? Like I said, I started using water-based, okay? Do I use plastisol now? Yes. Do I still use water-based? Yes. Yes, I do. I like water-based ink. This is how I separate it for myself to get the best result, okay? If I have one or two colors max, I use water-based. Anything more than, now if I have one color, just one straight color, depending on the shirt color, okay? If it's a black shirt with white color, I use water-based, okay? But depending on the color of the shirt, yeah, it just depends. There's a lot of, there's water-based comes with its pros. It definitely does. But it definitely comes with its cons. All right, and I'll tell you what those are. Is if you're doing a 3-color, okay? Let me show you for an example here really quick. Let me turn my phone around. So these here are, this here is images that I've already done, okay? I just gotta take them down and clean them up right quick. But say for an example, this is my white. Say this is my base, all right? And say I have a red right here and a green right here, okay? So what we're gonna do first, obviously, all right? This is always what's gonna happen. Let me lay this phone right here so you can actually get a view, okay? So always what's gonna happen is when you're doing your inks, okay? Say this is your white base. You're gonna bring it down, okay? You already got it measured in where you want it because you measured this palette you measured the screen off the palette. Push your white through. Once your white's through, good, you're gonna push this here, you're gonna push it over, you're gonna let it flash for a second. Okay, when you get done, you're gonna bring it right back. Now, you're going to register this, right? And then once you register this, you're now going to register this one. So, what tends to happen is this here. So once you get this thing registered here and you check it, you're like, ooh, it's on, it's working good. Then you get this one, ooh, it's registered, it's working good. What happens is in about 3 minutes from now, maybe less, a lot less, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, it's a lot less. Your screen's gonna start hardening up. Your white-based ink is terrible for this. Or, I'm sorry, your white ink. White ink is so freaking terrible at doing this, which is, I'm gonna lay this phone right here so I can try to move a little bit. White ink is terrible for this in the water-based series. Series is, there we go. Yeah, water-based ink in your white color is terrible for drying up in your screen, really bad. A lot of people say, make sure you leave your screen flooded. That is true, meaning that, for example, if this is my screen, I pull it down, I have my ink on here, okay? I'm gonna pull my ink through and I'm gonna push it through the screen onto the shirt. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna back flood, make sure I leave this whole screen wet so I don't see my image. But still, it doesn't matter. It does not matter, I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care what they tell you. I'll prove it to you, all right? It's still gonna dry on your screen. So there's a couple of ways to get around that, but you're still gonna have to move quick, okay? The time it takes you to register 3 screens after putting your white down, your white base is already screwed. Okay, I've had it done so many freaking times. There's a couple ways you can get around that. One is have your little spray bottle filled with water, all right? Once you push it through, spray the bottom of the screen, spray the ink up here with water, then push it. Every time you push it, that squeegee through and back up, spray it with water. It's water-based ink. It's not going to screw your ink up or anything like that, okay? It's just going to allow that consistency and not to dry it, because it will dry up a lot faster, all right? Those are your issues with water-based, is if you are not constantly moving quick, you're wasting your money and you're wasting your time, okay? When it comes to water-based, okay, I've tried a lot of the different stuff, okay? You have, okay, warp drive. This is only for curing bases, okay? Just for curing, that's it. You're gonna have a lot of different types of colors up here, okay? And platisol inks, obviously I'm just redoing, you see I'm just redoing some stuff in here, so I gotta bring a lot more crap in here still, okay? But on the terms of, you know, water-based versus platisol, if you're only doing one color or two colors max, water-based ink will work great for you, okay? If you're doing anything, you know, like 3 or 4 color, I'm gonna recommend go with platisol, because platisol, you can leave on a screen for, as long as it's not in your image, you can push the, you know, ink down, leave it at the bottom of your screen, leave it there for 10 days, come back and bam, start working it. It's ready to go again. All right, so those are my considerations. If you want to use water-based, by all means use it. If you're only going to be doing one color on a shirt, then you're fine. Just move, okay? Don't stop, move. You're gonna get a lot better fill out of platisol, or out of water-based ink. And you're gonna have a better drying time and a lot more leniency on that part. So if you don't, like for example, you accidentally don't cure this shirt enough, hang the freaking shirt up in a building or something like that, or set it in front of a fan for a day. You're cured, all right? It's that simple, guys. When it comes to water-based or platisol, if you're new, you can try either one. You're gonna have a lot more wiggle room with platisol. But if you're only doing 1 or 2 colors at a time, water-based ink is gonna work perfectly fine for you, okay? Make sure that you understand that water-based ink is a lot thinner. So screen sizes are a lot differently, and I'll cover those in another video. Later, guys.